We are at 10&10 Enoteca at the International Mall in Tampa. Charcuterie, cheese, wine. Come on. Okay, so I'm here with Bora, and we're at 10&10 Enoteca here at the International Mall in Tampa. Thanks for having us. This is the world famous rapid fire segment. Thank you, Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters, as usual. Man, you have a great place.
Thank you.
So first of all, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
In here. The music selection is quite wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Where are you from?
Born and raised in Belgrade, Serbia, ex-Yugoslavia, Eastern Europe.
And how long have you been here in the States?
24 years now.
Excellent. You've been in food service, restaurants for how long?
25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Long career, yeah. I started back home in Belgrade working at a cafe, and when I came to the United States, I worked at the Fort Lauderdale, Casa di Angelo, Italian restaurant. I've been there for probably 8-9 years.
With Bamba.
With Bamba,
I love those guys. I hope you're watching, Bamba. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I know these people.
Oh, that was a great time.
That's
I learned a lot over there, especially with Chef Angelo, with Bamba, with my dear friend Kevin Kelly. We shared the same section for 8-9 years. It was just fantastic. After that, I moved to work for Ritz-Carlton in Fort Lauderdale. I was in charge of the wines and the bar. After the Ritz-Carlton, my traveling took me to Miami, a little bit south.
Okay.
Worked at Setai Hotel for a short period of time, and then I was invited to be a part of the pre-opening and opening team of the St. Regis at Bal Harbour. Okay. Fantastic project. Worked closely with the chef Jean-Georges and lovely people over there. So
I think you might actually know stuff then. I think you know what you're doing a little bit.
A little bit,
right?
Yeah.
Tiny. So, well, that's a good segue. So when you were 10 years old, right? The 10-year-old little Bora.
Oh, that was a long
time ago. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a pilot.
Okay.
Look at me now, flying around the wines and cheese.
You're flying around the dining room. Yeah. I completely get that. Where did it all go wrong? No, I'm kidding. But a pilot for a kid, beautiful thing. A very good friend of mine has a 14-year-old, got the pilot's license, and literally is flying everywhere. Really cool.
I think my big turn and my changing point was when I left country, just after all the mess was there. I came to US. I think the US opened my eyes to what I want to do. That was my first introduction to great food, great wines, working along the great people who really show me and teach me, some of the great things. And from that point on, I don't know, it was like a match made in heaven. I couldn't do anything else besides that.
Wine is a passion for you?
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite wine?
Barolo.
Why?
I don't know, the Barolo, it really gives you full impression and expression of that region, the terroir, the grapes. It's just dry, beautiful, big wine.
So if you were going to indulge in such a wine, what would accompany it? What cheese? What the prosciutto? What are you going to have? A charcuterie? What are you eating with it?
If I do go with Barolo, and I would love it a glass right now, I would definitely go with the king of a cheese. It will be a Grana Padano. Fantastic cow cheese, just nice and salty and crunchy. As far as charcuteries, definitely would stay close to the same region with the prosciutto San Daniele, 14 months, 18 months age, like
what
This
you
one
have
right here? Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm tempted just to take a knife and start.
I was gonna just grab a piece and kind of get into it. So if you only had one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh wow. One type of food, huh?
Correct. One dish.
Oh, this will make me very fat. I would say pizza.
I'm with you on that. I'm totally with you on that. I can do that.
Definitely pizza, yeah.
Look, everybody, tacos, pizza, burgers, stuff like that. I'm down for it. Pizza specifically, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So if you, in this industry right now,
Yeah.
in our current environment, staffing,
Oh,
how hard is it? Still hard to get people in the door?
can we get a glass of wine and start talking about that? Staffing, I find it as my biggest challenge right now. I think any other challenge, I won't say easy to overcome, but I can deal with the other challenges much easier than with the staffing. There's pretty much no staffing. We're open now, I would say 19, almost 20 weeks, fully operational 15. And I say fully operational because first 5 weeks there was no employees. My wife was helping me at the beginning.
Oh, just the two of you?
Just the two of us. Yeah, yeah. Now I can sing because it's past. But that 5 weeks was really rough on both of us. We were doing everything here. We stay until 2-3 o'clock in the morning until we clean the whole restaurant, glasses, dishes. On top of that, my wife is going to school for nursing. She graduated now. Good job.
Good job.
Proud of you.
Us too.
But yeah, the staffing right now it's really challenging topic. I'm not looking for would love to have people they have experience, but I'm mostly looking now for people who have a passion and they are willing to learn. They're open to it because with all my experience, I'll be very happy to teach them, to show them the way, and to have them on board. But it's been very challenging for that.
Yeah, it's industry wide. It is a thing. I thought it was getting a little bit better, but maybe not so much.
Not so much, not yet.
Well, let me lighten up the subject. Picture this, okay? 1980s heavy metal, bossa nova, or AM talk radio. Which one of those three best suits your personality?
Oh wow! You nail all three of them in one.
That's what I do.
I would say heavy metal.
All right. Favorite rock band?
Guns N' Roses.
Hell yeah, man. All right. I totally wouldn't have pegged you for that. I mean, I see you more like a, maybe Van Halen, but hell yeah, man. Awesome.
Yeah, I cannot jump, but
You know what? At this age, who's jumping around? I don't know. Listen, Bora, we're going to jump into some food and some wine now.
yes, sir.
Really appreciate you being on the rapid fire segment. You're awesome. That was actually really good. There's some other stuff we're going to talk about that you told me
absolutely.
off camera. Looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Cheers.
it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Don Pablo, Coffee Growers and Roasters.
They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Fresh Fish Fast. This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Peninsula Food Service.
Bora, I mean, you put out a spread here, okay? First of all, before we get into that, you told me a really cool story about Andrea Bocelli. What happened there?
So while I was at the St. Regis at Bal Harbor, I was with that company for 4 or 5 years. I was, cheers.
Salud.
So I was very fortunate, and I think that was the highlight, one of the highlights of my career, that Andrea Bocelli stayed at that hotel for 3 days. Even more than that, every night when he came back, he walked up to our lounge and bar, and he was asking me, Bora, do you mind if I play a song? I'm like, asking me? By all means, the floor is yours. So Andrea Bocelli was for 3 nights coming at the bar, singing 3 songs on our piano, and that was like we were this far.
That's amazing.
And as he sit down on the piano, he started playing, and I was watching the people, sitting at the bar, drinking in the lounge, and I was watching for their reaction. And when he started playing piano, nobody kind of paid attention. They were
Could have been anybody.
It could be anybody. And then he starts singing, and everybody just paused. His voice was just big. And beyond that, when they turned actually towards the piano to see who's singing, when they saw Bocelli over there, that was just like they couldn't believe what was happening at that moment.
I'm such a huge fan of his. I mean, I would have loved to have been there for that.
Yeah, I mean, he sang Ave Maria. It was just the whole hotel lobby was just like a cathedral.
I bet. I mean, you told me the story, off camera, and that's really amazing.
Yeah. But I have another one.
What?
I don't think this second story can top that one, but my greatest introduction to Gewürztraminers, and in particular a brand called FX Pickler, was done by band Rush, Canadian rock band. Yeah,
Rush. Best drummer in all of heavy metal.
Yeah. And I had 4 bottles of wine with that band.
You did what?
4 bottles of wine with that rock band.
Oh my God!
Yes.
I bet you that was like some good stories. I bet.
Interesting stories. They stay at actually there was again in a hotel, but it was a different hotel. It was Ritz-Carlton in Fort Lauderdale. We got a call from the concierge. Said there's 4 gentlemen, they stay in our hotel. They asked me if they can bring 4 bottles of wine in our wine room and enjoy them this
little
evening.
Band called Rush.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So okay, let them come over. Wow, I was blown away. I mean, they're very, very well educated on the food and wine. It was not just typical drinking the wine, but they were going in deep into wines and talking about each bottle, and it was fantastic.
And did they sing a song?
No, they haven't seen the song. No.
Okay. Then you can't beat the Bocelli story.
No, nobody can beat Bocelli story. That was one of the greatest experience ever.
I wish I could have been there to experience that, and maybe that'll happen someday. You never know. What do we have here for this wonderful looking plate here? What are we looking at?
Right here, we're looking at our charcuterie board. Right here, we do have sourdough bread. It's naturally fermented. There is no any chemicals or additives. This particular bread is made bread was made 100 years ago. We do have a salame felino. Salame felino, it comes from Felino village.
Okay.
It's just a little bit south of Tuscany.
Yes.
Emilia Romagna. What's specific with that salami that all the animals that have been used, and that's pigs, using for that salami has to be raised inside the village. They cannot source the meat from anywhere else, so it has to be completely organic, healthy. They're using the meat from the pigs. They're using the belly and the thigh, and it has to be hand grind and hand stuffed in a natural casing and hang to dry. So it's really they put a lot of thought into that salami, and it's one of the best salamis I tried. Right here we do have a pane curacao, which is a Sicilian bread, a little bit of grissini. Right here we do have a local honey. We're trying to use as much as we can local products, and the local honey is the best thing for our allergies. I'm sure you can. I mean, you can buy any honey from any part of the world, but the bees, they're using the local flowers and local vegetation that's great for your allergies here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I just learned something. I didn't. And by the way, if you're following the show at all, you know that I'm allergic to honey, right? The raw honey like this, I'm staying away from. If not, they're gonna take me out in a stretcher. Okay? I'm just saying, right? Willie doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah. Keep up with the updates.
It's yeah. Updates are on the way.
Absolutely.
So I saw the smoker. What was happening with that?
With the smoker, what we do here, there's a traditional carpaccio dishes. We do carpaccio shots. There is a tuna shots, hamachi shots, and a beef carpaccio shot. So we thin sliced meat pounded. We put under the smoker. We do a la minute. And this particular one will be an ahi tuna shot, topped with the sesame oil, a little bit of a soy sauce, curly nagi, and Japanese banko breadcrumbs. Let me try that too. I haven't had it in a long time.
That's pretty awesome.
Quite tasty. Let's go back to the board. Right here we do have a prosciutto San Daniele, 14 months aged. There's all different kinds of prosciutto on the market. San Daniele coming on the top, 14 months aged, nice and dry, soft with a lot of flavors. You can taste some acorns. As far as the cheeses, we do have a king of a cheese, Grana Padano.
What'd you call me?
What? King of cheeses. Grana Padano, 14 months aged, beautiful crystals of salt and great flavors. These dishes go perfectly with our wine selection. Like this particular wine, even though it's not from the region where this cheese and meat comes, but it perfects very well. This Bordeaux is Chateau de Gravière from Graves, which is a right bank of river in the Bordeaux. As we know, right bank. It will be mostly Merlot, so this particular wine will be 80% Merlot, 20% Cab. Great bouquet. Flavors. 2016 was a fantastic year for Bordeaux. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, there's a nice fit. There is a floral finish.
Oh, let me see that.
At least I got it. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh,
I'm
there
wrong.
is. Let me take another sip just to make sure that
Just to confirm.
It's still there.
Am I wrong? I don't know.
You're spot on.
I am indeed. So, I know you're going to be doing some changes here in the restaurant. You're going to be adding some nice features. You know, with the screen. There's going to be like old movies, really cool stuff going on over here.
Yeah, that's you know, since we open, we always the only constant thing in the restaurant is a change. Even though we are open 19 weeks ago, we still do. Thank you very much.
Happy customers are wonderful.
Yeah, come back, see us again.
Completely unsolicited. So, as everybody knows, we shoot in live restaurants. Like this is real, and it's a wonderful thing.
And as I mentioned earlier, you know, we will gonna be doing some small changes, not nothing major, but you know, we wanted to improve our guest experience. We'll be adding the bar area seating with some the high tops and high chairs. Also, we will be doing some projections on the wall as far as the nice black and white classic movies.
I love that. I think that's going to be make a special touch.
I think it's going to be very nice.
And you have some interesting a few other food items that when we come back on the next, we're going to come back again and do a part 2. And I want to catch the octopus and also
baked brie. Oh, baked brie is fantastic. We serve it over sauteed mushrooms, roasted tomatoes. We top with the Spanish Macona almonds, in-house made raisins, fresh thyme, and aged balsamic vinegar from juice. I don't have it here, but you know, I'm sure we have for next segment.
100 years aged balsamic. I mean, that's fantastic.
100.
We're here. We're gonna do a comedy show. We're gonna take it on the road, and you're all invited.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll see us.
Follow us. Make sure you click like
and subscribe. 100%.
Yeah.
Bora, You're awesome. I look
Thank you.
forward to coming back and checking out what you're going to be doing to the place and the other food items that we didn't get a chance to see today. We took over your restaurant here for, I don't know, a few hours.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody having a great time.
I think so.
Especially me, yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, you better be having a great
Oh,
time.
yeah.
What are we talking about here? Oh my God. What you guys don't know out there, was that like number 3? No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Totally a joke.
Yeah, it's not number 3.
Bora,
Cheers. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
thanks for having me.
Cheers. Thank you.